Imagine a world where artificial intelligence agents can perform tasks on their own, without human intervention or supervision. Sounds like science fiction, right? But the truth is, we're already living in that world. In fact, according to a study by Gartner, by 2025, more than 70% of companies will have deployed at least one AI-driven autonomous agent. That's right, folks, within just 2 years from now, most businesses will be relying on AI agents to get things done. Now, you might be thinking, what does this mean for me and my job? Well, the answer is complex. On one hand, autonomous AI agents have the potential to revolutionize industries like healthcare, finance, and transportation, making them more efficient and effective. For example, Google's DeepMind has developed an AI system that can diagnose diseases from medical images with a higher accuracy rate than human doctors. Similarly, IBM's Watson can analyze vast amounts of financial data to make predictions about stock prices. On the other hand, as AI agents take over routine tasks, there's a growing concern about job displacement. A report by McKinsey estimates that up to 800 million jobs could be lost worldwide due to automation by 2030. This is not just limited to menial or repetitive tasks, even highly skilled professionals like lawyers and doctors may see their roles significantly altered. But here's the thing, the future of work isn't necessarily about humans versus machines. It's more about augmenting human capabilities with AI to achieve things that were previously impossible. For instance, researchers at MIT have developed an AI system that can create new materials with unique properties by combining existing ones in novel ways. This has opened up new avenues for innovation in fields like energy and aerospace. So, what exactly are autonomous AI agents? In simple terms, they're software programs designed to perform specific tasks without human oversight. They learn from data and adapt to changing circumstances, making them highly efficient and scalable. For example, Amazon's Alexa uses natural language processing, NLP, to understand voice commands and respond accordingly. Now, you might be thinking, but what about accountability? Who's responsible when an AI agent makes a mistake or causes harm? Well, that's a valid concern, but it's not unique to autonomous AI. We've seen similar issues with human-made systems in the past, think of airplane crashes or medical malpractice lawsuits. The solution lies in designing and implementing robust safety protocols and liability frameworks. The most obvious application of autonomous AI agents is in transportation. Imagine a future where you can simply get into your car and let it drive itself to its destination. Sounds like a utopia, right? Well, companies like Waymo and Tesla are already working on making that a reality. According to a report by KPMG, the market for autonomous vehicles is expected to reach $7 trillion by 2050. But there's more to it than just convenience. Autonomous transportation has the potential to reduce accidents significantly. In fact, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, human error accounts for approximately 94% of all vehicle crashes in the U.S. With AI agents behind the wheel, that number could drop drastically. However, there are challenges ahead. For instance, regulatory frameworks need to be updated to accommodate autonomous vehicles. Moreover, ensuring public trust and acceptance will be crucial. We'll explore some case studies on how companies like Waymo are addressing these concerns in our next section. The healthcare sector is another area where autonomous AI agents are making significant strides. As mentioned earlier, Google's DeepMind has developed an AI system that can diagnose diseases from medical images with a higher accuracy rate than human doctors. But what about the diagnosis itself? Well, researchers at Stanford have been working on developing an AI-powered platform to detect early signs of cancer. However, there's a concern about the role of human clinicians in this new landscape. Will AI agents replace doctors entirely? Or will they augment their capabilities? We'll explore some real-world examples of how hospitals are implementing autonomous healthcare solutions in our next section. The finance sector is another area where autonomous AI agents are transforming the way businesses operate. As mentioned earlier, IBM's Watson can analyze vast amounts of financial data to make predictions about stock prices. But that's not all. Researchers at MIT have developed an AI-powered platform to detect and prevent insider trading. Moreover, autonomous finance extends beyond just prediction, it also includes automation of tasks like bookkeeping and reconciliation. According to a report by Deloitte, companies using robotic process automation, RPA, can experience up to 70% reduction in processing time for routine tasks. However, there's a concern about data security in this new landscape. Will AI agents be able to prevent cyber attacks? Or will they become vulnerabilities themselves? We'll explore some real-world examples of how companies are implementing autonomous finance solutions in our next section. The manufacturing sector is another area where autonomous AI agents are driving innovation. As mentioned earlier, researchers at MIT have developed an AI-powered platform to create new materials with unique properties. But what about production itself? Well, companies like Siemens and Bosch are already deploying AI-powered robots on factory floors. According to a report by McKinsey, the market for industrial robotics is expected to reach $70 billion by 2025. But there's more to it than just cost savings. Autonomous manufacturing also extends to improved product quality and reduced lead times. However, there's a concern about job displacement in this new landscape. Will AI agents replace human workers entirely? Or will they augment their capabilities? We'll explore some real-world examples of how companies are implementing autonomous manufacturing solutions in our next section. The education sector is another area where autonomous AI agents are transforming the way students learn. As mentioned earlier, researchers at Stanford have developed an AI-powered platform to detect early signs of learning disabilities. But what about personalized learning itself? Well, companies like IBM and Microsoft are already deploying AI-powered adaptive learning systems. According to a report by Gartner, the market for adaptive learning is expected to reach $1.3 billion by 2025. But there's more to it than just cost savings. Autonomous education also extends to improved student outcomes and reduced teacher workload. However, there's a concern about bias in AI agents themselves. Will they perpetuate existing social inequalities or create new ones? We'll explore some real-world examples of how companies are implementing autonomous education solutions in our next section. As we've seen throughout this video, autonomous AI agents have the potential to transform industries and revolutionize the way we work. But with that comes a set of challenges and concerns, from job displacement to accountability and bias. So what's the future hold? Will we see widespread adoption of autonomous AI agents, or will it be limited to specific domains? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the world will never be the same again. As the Harvard Business Review puts it, the future of work is not automation, but augmentation. By combining human capabilities with AI, we can achieve things that were previously impossible. And that's exactly what autonomous AI agents are all about, unlocking new possibilities and driving innovation forward.